Hello and welcome to the inaugural Legend Brands Virtual Trade Show. We are excited to bring you the latest that Legend Brands has to offer in both technology and product innovation. Today, you'll learn about new products that will serve as a platform well into the future, designed to serve more customers, solve more problems, and offer more opportunities than ever before. We will highlight some of the exciting new additions to Legend Brands that further build up our infrastructure, offering much better capabilities to deliver more high-quality products than ever before. We will discuss the latest technology that will drive new features designed to deliver more product performance and even save you precious time in the future. And finally, you will learn more about the people who make Legend Brands the absolute market leader today and are driving breakthrough, world-leading ideas into the future. We bring all of this to you in the comfort of your own desk, computer, and even home without the cost of attending expensive and often untimely trade events. We recognize that for many, conducting business over the last 2 years has been difficult. It has been for us as well. We've experienced the effects of the COVID environment, rising inflation, labor shortages, and the significant impact of both the lack of resources and rising costs of freight. And like you, we continue to address these challenges head on while making strides in preparing to serve even more customers. This virtual trade show is a prime example of that. Traditionally, the best place to learn about new products was in person at a trade event. Often, new or newly released products are launched with a few people from the presenting company to discuss the advantages of what they are selling. In actuality, a few hundred people may visit the exhibition booth with the same information repeated over and over again. Aside from the cost to attend, business owners have to remove themselves from their local customers, often visit places they've seen many times before, and in some instances, spend time away from their family. We plan to change that. Our goal is for the virtual trade show to become the best place to find new products and services. As we employ groundbreaking new technology in our product offerings, we decided that we could do the same with trade shows. No travel, far less cost, and time away from the family, and more customers can view and participate in today's event. Today's show offers more information, more products, and more people from Legend Brands team than we could possibly send to a physical trade event. We've packed quite a bit in today's show, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the event.
I'm Scott Breckenridge, and welcome to my world. It's a pleasure and honor to share with you the investments Legend Brands has made in our manufacturing and warehouse facilities. Normally on a day like today, we'd be bustling with activity, but to keep safe, we're filming this on the weekend. So come along with me. I'm going to take you on a tour of my world. The investment Legend Brands is making for our future growth doubles down on our commitment to providing our customers with the best engineered and manufactured products that money can buy. It started with a bold vision. It became a complex plan, and that plan was executed right in the middle of a pandemic. Much of the investments we are making is into cutting-edge technology, tooling, supporting equipment that produces repeatable, high-quality parts that improve manufacturing efficiencies. Let's look at some of the additions we've made this past year. Perhaps the most significant investment made into production is the Engel 2500 dual barrel injection molding machine with fully automated robotic arms for loading and unloading inserts and parts, automated material blending system, a FAMIC, a fully automated tool exchange platform. Most of our tools now are going to be weighing 48,000 pounds. What I like most about the Engel, though, is the cycle time, 90 to 120 seconds, as compared to our traditional roto molding of 48 to 62 minutes. The Engel Dual 2500 is repeatable, holds extremely tight tolerances, produces high quality parts at an incredible rate. We all know about the supply chain issues that have caused delays in the parts and the deliveries, and we expected that. But with the Ingle investment, the Ingle will allow us to keep up with those demands, put us in a favorable position during the higher demand situations like a hurricane. Additionally, this investment will allow Legend Brands to develop and bring products to the market faster than previous capabilities. As part of our automation vision, let's go visit our new automated assembly line and cobot robotics. So now we're standing at our automated production line for the HEPA 700. Again, this was part of our vision and plan we spoke about earlier. We are incorporating robotics, cobots, and automated lines into our manufacturing processes across all of our facilities. In our Prescott, Arizona facility, we are using robotic welding for manufacturing of truck mounts. Here in Burlington, we're adding automation, cobots to our assembly lines. These are not just labor-saving tools, but their repeatability and consistency to perform manufacturing tasks to exact standards and specifications make for a superior and higher quality product. Another aspect of automation within our production environment is our building next door, which houses our automated material conveying systems for all the injection molding machines in both buildings. Also part of this bold vision to serve our customer and support them, we identified a need for more space, a lot more space. In October of 2020, we doubled our footprint in Nashville, Tennessee, with the opening of our new 80,000 square foot distribution center. Here in Burlington, we added a new 88,000 square foot high ceiling building. It incorporated high-tech capabilities including semi-autonomous forklifts, wireless handheld transactional pods that use sophisticated MRP software. This allows for real-time material tracking, processing, and inventory accuracy. Many of you know that in addition to making parts for the cleaning and restoration equipment, we mold and manufacture performance automotive aftermarket cooling fans and accessories. Our Flex-Lite products recognized as the brand for automotive enthusiasts. While making significant investments into this state-of-the-art manufacturing, it's important to note we remain committed to the most important asset, our people. We pride ourselves in having the very best design and production engineers, advanced technology group, sales and ops groups, production supervisors and production planning, purchasing, safety, and all those other supporting people out there. Most important, our manufacturing people, those that build those high quality products day in and day out. We're committed to providing a safe and rewarding work environment. This commitment has resulted in employee retentions. We have many members of our production teams that surpass 10 and 15 and 20 years of service. Thank you for taking a few minutes to let me show you my world and facility and talk to you about our new bold future here at Legend Brands. This vision's designed to increase our manufacturing capabilities, serve you, our customer, and we thank you for your business. Now I'll send you over to my good friend and VP of US Sales, Dorrel Allsop.
Thanks, Scott. I really appreciate you and John kicking this event off for us today. Scott's one of our many outstanding folks here at Legend Brands who keeps our production machine running 24/7. The last 2 years have really tested Scott's mettle and many others, and he's still going strong. Hi, I'm Dorrel Allsop, VP of US Sales. I'm privileged and excited to share with all of you a more in-depth look at our world here at Legend Brands. No doubt the pandemic has created unprecedented personal and business challenges in the last couple of years. You've heard more than enough about that. So today we're going to really share a much more exciting message. While Legend Brands has experienced challenges during the pandemic, unlike many other businesses, we have truly kept the pedal to the metal and continued an intense focus on pushing forward several significant strategic initiatives, regardless of the business environment. These initiatives are more than just fancy corporate terms or slogans. These are tangible investments into the future intellectual and manufacturing technologies. And we're proud to note that these investments are being made right here in the USA. In addition to introducing you to some exciting and revolutionary new products, We also want you to meet some of our folks that help make Legend Brands the leader in the markets that we serve. In fact, in our markets, Legend Brands is much more than just a manufacturer that supports professional cleaning and restoration contractors. We create products for retail and consumer markets, as well as automotive, industrial, and facility maintenance and repair, or MRO. As we all know, true clean air is more critical than ever. We serve a vital role in providing air cleaning solutions to all kinds of industries, such as education, healthcare, and many more. Speaking of air purification, from contractor to consumer, HEPA filtration is becoming a standard part of everyday life. Regardless of the activity, a majority of homes, offices, facilities have now incorporated air filtration into their environments. Many of these applications require the highest level of efficacy and performance. For over 15 years, the dri-eaz HEPA 500 was a contractor's go-to air scrubber, and now we've launched the new HEPA 700. It's never easy to replace a trusted product, unless, as in this case, that replacement offers even higher performance and unique game-changing features. I'm going to toss it over to one of our knowledgeable account managers and technical support champions, Ron Britton, to show you a little more on the new HEPA 700.
Hey, thank you, Dorrel. Well, today I'm really excited to talk to you about our new HEPA 700 with Command Hub performance. So the Command Hub is designed to connect both Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, and it's also designed to connect to some of the leading job software platforms in the industry, not to mention our very own Command Center Pro app and dashboard. So let's get started. The first thing you're going to notice is we've increased the size of the intake to a 14-inch versus the old HEPA 500 12-inch. So I'm going to go ahead and take this apart, show you some of the filters inside and some of the advancements that we've made. So first things first, I'm going to get the cord removed. So go ahead and unwind the cord. And just an interesting fact, the cord was designed to wrap perfectly around the lid 7 times. The lid is a twist and lock, and simply access the filter. There's 4 clamps, which allows you to remove the cover. And one of the things I like about this is when the lid is in place, after the completion of a job, take off the cover. You'll notice that it's a 2-inch filter. I can take and set this down into a trash bag, and because I've got the lid on there, I'm gonna have all of the dust plume connected between the lid and the filter, so I'm not gonna be breathing that dust. And simply pull out the filter and drop in the trash can. The other thing you're gonna find is we've gone to a new style HEPA filter. So out of the box, this machine is DOP compliant. On the HEPA 500, you had to add that extra 2-inch DOP filter. So if you were working in a government building or a hospital, you had to put the extra filter in order for it to pass the first pass inspection. So again, out of the box, DOP compliant. We're also using a synthetic media, which is a little bit more durable and robust than the typical fiberglass media that's used in the industry today. One of the things I want to point out is the center of this machine has a concave to it. So it really equalizes the pressure as the fan is drawing in whatever particulate in the space, so we get good, even penetration into the filter. So you'll note the gasket all the way around the filter seats perfectly within the housing itself, giving us an air leak, airproof design, so there is no bypass taking place. So as the fan is drawing air all the way around this concaved area, we're getting good equal pressure. The particulate is being dispersed across the filter evenly, so you maximize the life of your filter. Not to mention, this is extremely simple to clean. So at the end of each job, you can take it apart, you can disinfect and clean the inside. The other thing that you'll notice is the gasket that runs around the perimeter of this housing, so that when you put the lid on, you'll notice this seats perfectly right up against this gasket to make sure that we don't have any air bypassing through. So the lid will seat on, and then the 4 clamps will close. All right, let me go ahead and remove the lid and put the HEPA filter back in, and I'll show you a few more things. So one of the things you'll note when you go to reinstall the HEPA is there's 3 tabs, and those tabs slide right into 3 little pockets, okay? And then once you've got those inserted, there's 2 tabs back here in the back that pop in place. Now we've ensured all the way around that the rubber gasket is meeting the interior part of the housing, so we don't have any leaking taking place or any bypass. Go ahead and slide the top half on. And again, simply clamp it in place. Now you'll note why it's in this position. There are 4 slots right on top that align perfectly with the feet on the bottom, so you can stack these up nice in the van or in your storage facility, warehouse, etc. Go ahead and turn this up here for you and we'll get a glimpse at the actual command hub itself. Let me plug it in, remove the lid. Again, it's a twist lock style. And that opening is 14-inch. On the opposing side, on our discharge side, you'll notice this is 14-inch as well. And we've also put a duct ring in, so you can put ducting on here and move the air out into a desired space. And I'll go ahead and show you the command hub and some of its functions. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on. So power button. And what you'll notice is we've got plus and minus right here on the front of the board. Each one of these bars indicate 40 to 50 CFM increase, all the way up to 700 CFM. So again, you'll see the blue illumination showing me that I'm increasing and then I can decrease, all right? You'll note on here that there is a good message about the filter, which basically tells you the filter's in good shape. If yellow appears, that tells you that the filter is about 30% remaining. And if red comes up, it's time to replace that filter. All right, so I'll go ahead and shut this off. You'll also notice that there's a GFCI built into this piece of equipment. At 1.5 amps, which is low speed for the HEPA 700, we have the ability to daisy chain up to 8 machines. And then on high, it's 3 amps, so we would actually daisy chain up to 4 machines. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you a couple more features of the command hub. You actually have some very important information. You've got a service feature in here that talks about the filter. You have something that comes up that if there was an error code that popped up on the machine, it would tell you why the error code was illuminated. Your Wi-Fi signal tells you if you have Wi-Fi signal in the building or not. There's a configuration button, so you can program a language if you're working with employees that might speak Spanish or something. You can actually set this up to a variety of languages. You can set the current time in your market, make sure that the date's accurate, and this is all good for tracking information as the equipment is left on a job. All right, one more important thing to note. The command hub on all of our product, as our developers are continually improving, offering other features, you'll get firmware updates. And I can't stress this enough. The firmware update is a free cost. It doesn't cost the contractor anything. And as it integrates or migrates with our Command Center Pro app, that is all a no-charge service that we're providing to our contractors. So watch for those. As the equipment gets plugged in, if there is a firmware update, it's gonna show up right on the app on the phone. Make sure to download that because it's just gonna help enhance the performance of your equipment. So thank you for your time. Back to you, Dorrel.
Thanks, Ron. You'll see more of Ron later on today. As many of you know, he's a great source of information and consistently solves problems for our customers. As you can see, there are some great new features and benefits built into the HEPA 700. And for restoration contractors, the ROI is outstanding. But what about other applications that require air filtration? The HEPA 700 will play a vital role in improving the health of all facilities. I want you to now meet Jim Hassi, our Director of MRO Sales and an indoor air quality expert. He'll tell you more about how the HEPA 700 can solve issues in the indoor environment.
Thanks, Dorrel. Building on the features my colleague Ron covered on the HEPA 700, I'd like to talk about applications in cleaning and restoration, as well as facilities, healthcare, education, and hospitality. Workers, patients, students, and parents now have a heightened awareness of the need for proper air filtration. The opportunities range from everyday air scrubbing to limit the spread of airborne germs, to filtering dust, fumes, and particulates during construction and after cleaning, and reducing smoke and odors from wildfires. One of the best opportunities for using our HEPA units is for negative containment spaces. Sounds complicated, but in reality, it's very simple to execute. You're really just closing off a space for work that involves contaminants, dust, or odors. By using the HEPA 700's variable speed and ducting, you can clean and exhaust the air from that space. This creates a negative pressure zone so that dirt, dust, particulate, and odors stay in the space instead of being spread throughout the rest of the structure. That way, if a restoration or general contractor is cutting wood or drywall inside a customer's home or facility, the mess will be confined to the area under negative containment. The homeowners or building occupants will be happier and there's much less cleanup afterwards. This also applies to work like painting or replacing glue-down flooring. The odors will not spread to the other areas within the structure. Simply replace the HEPA 700's 2-inch pre-filter with a combination of the 1-inch pre-filter and the activated carbon filter to remove VOCs from the air and thus any fumes and odors. Another application for negative containment is in healthcare. Patient isolation is created using the same techniques that I just described. It means we can reduce the chance of airborne germs being spread. Today, we know that reducing exposure to airborne disease and contaminants in indoor spaces is vital. So pro-grade HEPA air filtration is critical in places where people gather or patient care is taking place. Schools, medical offices, and office workspaces are all good candidates for air scrubbing. The HEPA 700's quiet airflow means far fewer complaints from occupants. Let's talk about wildland and forest fires. It used to be there was a defined fire season, and it was mostly in the western US. Today, fire season is over half the year and runs coast to coast. General air scrubbing with a carbon filter removes the particulate that irritates respiratory systems, especially important for people with asthma or other respiratory issues. Plus, activated carbon also removes the nasty smoke odors that can penetrate building materials and get into soft goods like clothing, carpets, furniture, and drapes. For cleaners, high-velocity airflow and even vacuuming can stir up particulates in carpets, so carpet and hard surface cleaners should use a HEPA to reduce the amount of fiber and other particulate in the air during cleaning and drying. One last tip. Please remember to avoid cross-contamination and never reuse filters from an abatement, healthcare, or a dirty water loss on a new job. In summary, the HEPA 700 is a vital tool for facilities managers as well as contractors in cleaning, restoration, and abatement. If you have questions about applications, please reach out to your account manager or someone from our education team. We'd be happy to assist. Back to you, Dorrel.
Great stuff, Jim. As you can see, if you're looking to improve your indoor air quality of a facility and protect the inhabitants, you must check out the HEPA 700. Switching gears from the indoor environment, let's step outside and take a look at one of the fastest growing segments of the cleaning industry, which is exterior building cleaning. Our cleaning products manager, Dennis Bruders, and our exterior and roof cleaning expert, Ryan Cash, have something we think a lot of folks will find very cool.
Hello everyone, Dennis Bruders here, and welcome to RoofTec Systems, the latest and greatest innovation from Legend Brands. For restoration and cleaning contractors, it's a great new revenue source, and for facilities maintenance contractors and pressure washing companies, this is a true problem solver. Today, I have with me Ryan Cash. Ryan's leading our initiative for RoofTec. Ryan, why don't you tell them a little bit about your history and a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, thanks, Dennis. I'd be happy to. I got into exterior cleaning, roof cleaning, windows, gutters, everything around a home. Did that for a couple years and realized, hey, I actually really like this industry. I like doing this work. And so I continued doing that for about 10 years and really fell in love with it. And at that point, that's when I got hired on to Legend Brands.
So, RoofTec Systems, where does the name RoofTec come from? And how did Legend Brands end up here?
Yeah, so a lot of our customers probably don't know this, but we've been involved in commercial roof cleaning for over a decade. We have a sister company who we actually produce commercial roof cleaning machines for. And these are not the average machine. They are big box trucks, hundreds and hundreds of feet of vacuum hose, pressure hose, and they clean all kinds of buildings, hospitals, schools. One of the big projects also we did was Ford Field in Detroit where the Lions play. We actually completely prepped and cleaned that roof in preparation for recoating and repainting. And that job saved tens of millions of dollars for the taxpayers for not having to completely re-roof the building. So that is kind of the background of RoofTec.
Yeah, so we got a little experience in this area.
Right, and so knowing that, we decided to take our expertise into residential market as well. And we have now put together a brand new machine.
Whole system of
Yep.
equipment and chemistry to help the contractor get on his feet, and we have you to be the technical resource within our organization. So we're not going to leave you guys hanging blind without having a technical resource and somebody you can count on. So what is the difference? We talk about the RoofTec system. What does the machine actually do? And what is the difference between just normal pressure washing application, or you hear the term soft wash thrown out there? What does this machine do that's different than those?
Yeah, there's a few terms guys will throw out: soft washing, house washing, roof washing, exterior cleaning. They all kind of umbrella into the same idea. And so soft washing is anything below about 600 PSI. That is, you're relying on the chemistry to do the work for you rather than the high pressure. So in the market today, there's still absolutely a place for pressure washing. There is driveways, any hard surfaces, sidewalks, all those require extra force to get material out and clean. But what contractors are finding now is that things like roofs and siding, those can be pretty easily damaged by high pressure. So rather than relying on high pressure that can potentially damage a building, we're relying on chemical reaction and high water flow to get the job done. The Asphalt Roof Manufacturers Association of America, that's ARMA, they recommend soft washing for roofs if you want to maintain your roof warranty.
This is a soft wash only machine?
So that is kind of the beauty of what we put together. This is an all-in-one exterior cleaning machine. So this will do low pressure chemical injection cleaning, as well as high pressure for your hard surfaces as well.
So like what kind of high pressure are we talking?
Anywhere from about 100 to 2,500 PSI at 5.5 gallons a minute, whether you're low or high on the pressure.
And that's important, is having the pressure, the gallons per minute, because you have to have the volume, right?
Yep, yeah, whether you're soft washing or pressure washing, the flow is what gets the job done quicker.
So, big question is, what kind of revenue can a cleaning or restoration contractor, janitorial company, if they bolted on this type of service, what kind of revenue could they look at making?
Yeah, that's what I think I'm most excited about, and I think that our customers are going to be most excited about. Is this is very easily 3 to 4 times more profitable than carpet cleaning. You can expect to make about $300 to $350 an hour running the machine.
Machine-wise, I noticed that it's got our typical Legend Brands Kohler power plant. We've had a very good relationship for a long time with Kohler. I noticed when we were running this machine earlier, it is phenomenally quiet.
Yeah, that is one cool feature about this. It is a 14 horsepower engine, but we only are running at about half throttle to maintain the pump, and it's all belt driven, so it's much quieter than a standard just gas lawnmower.
So pump, obviously not your normal carpet cleaning pump. I know I've seen in some of the soft wash type videos, guys using little tiny 12-volt pumps. Why do we choose not to use a small pump?
Dennis, that's a great question. A lot of the guys in the industry are using these pumps, the little small 12-volt pumps, kind of like you'd have in an RV. A few things about those. One, they're not designed to be used with this chemical application, so they die really quickly. Some guys are getting 2 to 3 months out of them before they're needing a replacement. And one other thing about them is they're not rated for high pressure, so you cannot do high pressure cleaning as well without
they're only like 150, 200 PSI, right?
Usually about 70 or 80 actually, so even lower.
Oh, really? So this pump here, what are we using for a pump?
This is a stainless steel General pump.
It's a beast, I saw that.
Yeah, it will run anywhere from 100 to 2,500 PSI without batting an eye, and it's a real workhorse that stands up really well to our chemicals.
Talk a little bit about the difference between soft wash, what the chemistry application is, and then pressure washing application.
Yeah, the industry standard for soft washing is to use sodium hypochlorite, or that's chlorine bleach. That's not your typical over-the-counter household bleach. Bleach actually stabilizes and is shelf stable at about 5% strength. And so we're actually running these machines with 12.5%. So it's much stronger, much more effective. And then we're using the meters here to tone that down to whatever your application is, typically between 1 and 3%. So bleach goes a lot further than it does.
So that big holding tank there, that's full of bleach?
That is a 110-gallon tank that would be filled with 12.5% bleach. As long as you are below that 110 gallons, it is totally DOT compliant. There's no need for extra placards or any special licenses to drive it around.
And I notice we have some chemicals here, specialized formulas for specialized cleaning solutions on both roofs, exteriors, and concrete, tile, and grout, etc. that this machine can be used on. I also notice we got some hose reels there. There's special package. So this really is a just put it into a van or put it into a truck more lightly, right?
Yep, yeah, this is about as simple as you can get for this industry. You would drop this whole unit in the back of a pickup truck. It would fit in any standard bed. It's got one supply hose for your water. It's got one solution hose for low pressure and high pressure cleaning. It is high pressure rated and has a chemical resistant lining on the inside of it. So you can use it for everything, and there's no changing hoses or dealing with different setups for your different applications.
Excellent. And like, what kind of application tool do you need to have to do this?
Yep, typically you're going to use for the high pressure cleaning, you'll use your standard pressure lance or spinner. But the unit actually does come with a all stainless steel pressure gun that is designed specifically for the bleach applications. So it's a short gun, there's no long lance on it or anything. You just hold it and get up and start spraying.
So from a standpoint of the industry as a whole, I look at it from, our carpet cleaning customers that are out there. Obviously they're in the service business, residential. I also see a lot of opportunities with the restoration contractors as well too. They do a lot of cleanup of fire and soot. Would that soft wash application on an outside of a building or a roof that's been smoke damaged, would that clean up the mess afterwards?
Absolutely. Essentially any stain that you're gonna come across on the outside of a home, we've got you taken care of. We've got things for your moss, your algae, your lichens, but also the non-organics, the ash from fires, the soot from roadways, and anything and everything in between. We've got it handled.
Looking at the map of the country-wise, where are some of the hot spots where you see really big opportunities for customers to take advantage of this?
Anywhere in the southeast up to New York. Then if you head back west to Northern California and the Pacific Northwest, those are great areas. Yeah, those are great areas too for an application like this.
So Ryan, how can these fine people find out more about RoofTec and this money-making opportunity?
Yeah, I think the best two ways are to either contact me directly through email or through my phone.
Last question.
Yeah.
Is this going to break the bank for an average guy?
No, that is, I think most people will be pleasantly surprised. This retails for just under $14,000, so very affordable to get into and definitely a big money maker.
Okay guys, you always know the first ones in are the ones who make the most money, so don't hesitate, get a hold of us. And back to you, Dorrel.
Thanks, guys. What a great opportunity for any service contractor looking to exponentially grow their business by simply expanding their service offering to existing customers. For facility and property managers, RoofTec could be the answer to challenging maintenance issues. RoofTec also offers a complete line of exterior cleaning solutions with unique problem solvers for virtually every exterior cleaning challenge. We have a number of instructional videos and more information available on our new legendbrands.com site. Legend Brands has always been the leader in cleaning and restoration technology. The list of first to is long, including our I-Series control panel. Introduced in 2008, the I-Series was the first smart dehumidifier control system that automatically adjusted to the ambient environment, maximizing water removal across drying conditions. This advancement revolutionized the industry, as we were able to control humidity and dry structures far more efficiently than ever before. The I-Series system laid the groundwork for what is known today as our Command Center ecosystem. At the heart of the Command Center is the Command Hub. More than just a dehumidifier or air scrubber controller or a basic Bluetooth device, the Command Hub is a sophisticated Bluetooth and Wi-Fi IoT device capable of seamlessly connecting to and reporting data across a number of job management and popular reporting platforms. Jim is going to show you how simple it is to set up and use the Command Center ecosystem in your everyday business. Take it away, Jim.
As today's Innovation Summit clearly shows, Legend Brands is all in on providing our customers with the tools and equipment needed to prosper in today's challenging business environment. In addition to new facilities and state-of-the-art manufacturing equipment, Legend Brands has been investing in a technology gateway to enhance tools for real-time monitoring, data, and project management. The Command Center ecosystem is the first no-cost remote monitoring platform for restoration contractors. The heart of the system is our Command Hub dehumidifier and air scrubber control technology. For dehumidifiers, the Command Hub monitors the ambient conditions and adjusts the dehumidifier's operation to maximize moisture removal in all conditions. Also, as the name implies, the Command Hub is a hub for information. The Command Hub is the first Bluetooth and Wi-Fi enabled professional dehumidifier and air scrubber controller that allows you to connect to the facility or home internet and provide real-time data to multiple job management platforms. New for 2022 is the Command Center Pro dashboard and mobile application. Simple to set up and easy to integrate into your business. This no-cost tool allows you to establish a free business account to manage your projects. Once you've established an account, you can add or remove users so that your techs and office staff all have access to the same critical job information. The user screen allows you to define the hierarchy of roles in your organization. Techs with smartphones or tablets, just go to the App Store, Apple or Google, and download the dri-eaz Command Center Pro app. Getting set up and online is simple, but what about adding a job? That's easy too. A job can be set up in the dashboard or in the app. The dashboard allows you to capture important information, including the estimated job duration for equipment inventory management. When a job is assigned, the technician receives an email notifying them that they have a new project. For maximum flexibility, we've included a quick start job function in the app to allow for techs in the field to set up and start a job. Once a job is established, adding equipment is as easy as connecting most smart devices. Use the app to add a room and then add a device. To do this, scan the QR code on the label of the machine or simply plug the unit in, wait a few seconds, and the unit will automatically appear as an available Bluetooth connection. You can now connect the dehumidifier or air scrubber to the cloud via the available Wi-Fi connection, and just like that, you have real-time job data transfer. We all know that data integrity and accurate reporting are hot topics in restoration circles. The Command Center Pro ecosystem provides you with the 24/7 visibility into the data and is the communications channel you need to assure the job is proceeding as planned. Speaking of communication, imagine being able to provide the customer and insurance provider with a job detail report that includes graph dehumidifier readings all at the push of a button. The system even includes a maintenance option so that you always have an accurate status and availability of your equipment. As you can see, the Command Center Pro ecosystem provides you with everything you need to improve efficiencies and data accuracy in your organization. This is truly just the beginning of the possibilities and opportunities the Command Hub ecosystem will bring to our customers. As we roll out the Command Center Pro dashboard and app, watch for Command Center user how-to videos coming soon to the Legend Brands YouTube channel. Finally, because we designed the Command Hub with built-in Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, we are able to partner with leading job management software to provide real-time data to multiple platforms. Look for more exciting news in the coming weeks about this game-changing technology and how you can integrate it to save time and maximize profits for your business.
Hey guys, me again. I'm gonna let you get back to some more awesome content. First, I wanted to make sure everyone watching knows about our Legend Brands YouTube channel. You can find tips, product information, service videos, and educational content that outlines the entire cleaning process. So if you haven't already, go subscribe. All right, let's get back to it.
Thanks, Laura. This last year, our marketing team took on a hefty project of combining our two major websites for cleaning, restoration, and MRO customers into one site. The result is a visually appealing site with easy-to-find product information, including videos, manuals, and other documentation, such as service information, and much more to come.
To make it easier for our customers to find any product or information they need, we've created one website that now displays the full range of Legend Brands products, customers, and markets we serve. As you scroll through the homepage, you can see that products are categorized by the ways you use them, but you can always search the product name for quick and easy access. Our primary customers are professional contractors and facility managers, yet you'll see references to consumers on the site. For them, we now offer consumer-grade versions of some products for specialized needs like boat and RV cleaning, quick cleanups, and ongoing home humidity control and air filtration. Our product pages include all the basics, plus specs, product sheets, and manuals, all the information you'd expect, and it's all searchable on one central site. For any products that have videos, they are prominently displayed on the product page so you have easy access to see the product in use. Now, let's check out the many helpful resources on the site. If you don't find the product information you need by navigating the product categories or through a top-level search, you can search for manuals, SDSs, and ingredient disclosures for all of our products, including discontinued ones, on our document search page. And the same goes for videos. You can browse all of our product and training videos on the site's videos page. If you're shopping for a new truck mount, go straight to our Truckmount Selector tool, the easy way to narrow the choices based on your needs without wading through lots of specs. We are always adding new product application guides, which are really shortcuts to help you tackle projects more effectively, like our 3-step odor removal guide or cleaning systems guide. They're all on the website, ready for you to download. When you need to quickly calculate our equipment's electricity usage, you can do that on the site. And soon we'll be adding dehumidifier, air mover, and air scrubbing calculators to aid in choosing the right equipment for every project. The new site also includes a growing set of tips and news to help you solve everyday problems. While we build our equipment to last, if you need to maintain or service it, you can find out how to obtain an RMA or fill out our troubleshooting request form on our service and technical support page. Or download parts lists and wiring diagrams for most dri-eaz equipment from individual product pages. When you're ready to buy our products or find an authorized distributor to service them, go to our How to Buy section to browse or search for a dealer near you. Our team of technical and product experts are ready to answer your questions, and one of the easiest ways to do that is with our live chat. Even after hours, just post your question and we'll get back to you as soon as someone is available, at the latest on our next business day. That's the quick tour of legendbrands.com. Stop in and look around, and if you have suggestions for the site, use our contact form to let us know. We'd love to hear from you.
Hi, welcome back. Let's dive right in. At Legend Brands, we're both honored and humbled every time a customer trusts us enough to purchase one of our products. We understand how critical your work is and how much you depend on us to get the job done right. One of the greatest examples is the trust our customers place in us when it comes to purchasing truck mounts. Our history in cleaning equipment is long, yet our eyes are on the future. Recently, Legend Brands product manager and 35-year industry veteran, Dennis Bruders, sat down with an industry icon himself and the man responsible for designing the industry's top-selling truck mounts to discuss the past, present, and future of the truck mount systems.
Hi everyone, Dennis Bruders here, and I am with the man, the myth, and the legend, Mike Roden, guy who really changed the industry in terms of truck mounts and probably touched more businesses in our industry than anybody else has. So, welcome Mike, good to see you. 35 years you've been building truck mounts. Want to know how the story began? When that fateful call from your brother, Jim Roden, the founder of ProChem, made that phone call to you. What the heck were you doing at the time, and did you think you'd still be doing it here today, 35 years later?
Well, I was attending ASU and studying microbiology, and I had grown up on a farm and had worked on tractors and equipment and enjoyed mechanical things. I had a lot of background in it and I enjoyed it, so it was a good fit. Actually, Jim needed some help. He had some problems with units, and I jumped in there and helped him solve some of those, and it was a good 35 plus years. I've never regretted it.
So when you started, I was around at that time too. The truck mount industry was pretty much a fledgling industry, and we didn't have a whole lot of choices to choose from in terms of truck mounts.
Well, basically the first units we made at ProChem were based off of steam cleaners. We added a motor and a blower for vacuum, and There was a few garage units, but there was really nothing in the industry. We were just an infant industry at the time.
When you joined ProChem, it really started the Truckmount revolution. So moving from the burner units to heat exchange units. So first heat exchange unit, what was the first experiment?
Well, I saw the complications of the propane and the diesel and all of the things that went along with that. So I came up with a unit called the Cub, and it had a 16 horsepower Briggs & Stratton engine, a blower, a pump, and a small radiator core underneath the blower, and that was the heat source. The unit was very reliable, but not too hot. Obviously, you had to jet them down to get any sort of heat out of them, but it was our first step in heat exchange technology.
Now I'm going to ask the question I always ask you, and I know the answer to. What's the best machine you ever built?
Well, the machines we make today are the best machines that we've ever made, okay? We got the best componentry, engines, pumps, blowers, and our heat exchange system is just excellent. It's innovative, it's controllable, and it collects just a little more heat than anybody else's. The quality of the unit, the manufacturing processes, the 370, 570, and 870 are the best units ever built, without a doubt.
So thermal well technology, how did that epiphany, or how did that come about? Because it really is radically different than what we've ever done heat exchange-wise.
That was a brainchild I had, is just a way to collect another 10 or 11 degrees of temperature. All that tramp heat that normally would be disseminated in the van is collected in the water box, and it's just a little more efficiency.
What are the biggest challenges we're facing now in the industry from the truck mount manufacturing standpoint?
By far, it's emissions and regulatory standards, okay? That's the challenge that everybody's going to face in this industry. And we're working on that. All of our units will be EFI eventually here. We'll be able to communicate with those units better, because we can talk to the CPUs on them and pull out more information and control them from a distance. But we're also working on other innovations that we're not really free to talk about, but we're working on that.
So app-driven truck mounts, dashboards, monitoring, all those things are on the table.
All those things are possible with EFI, yeah.
Are we working on any alternative power drives for truck?
Oh, definitely, yeah. I'm not free to speak, but yeah, definitely have to be, yeah.
So from the standpoint of you yourself personally, all this time in the industry, I understand you're a little rumor you're going to be stepping back a little bit, spending more time with your wife Vicki, the kids and the grandkids. You're still going to have part of Legend Brands in you as well.
Definitely. My association with Legend Brands, has been a wonderful experience, and I'm available, and I'll be there to help whenever you need it.
So with that, guys, we got a lot of stuff coming down the pipe in the future. Obviously, can't share all the information. We do have the best in the business, Mike Roden, but Mike's got a couple people that he works with that I think you want to say a little shout out to the guys that in the engineering department. It's not all just Mike Roden.
That group has been together for 12 years. It's a very tight group. There's some real strong players there, and I think that the company is just blessed with talent there.
And you've been able to pass on a lot of that tribal knowledge, et cetera.
Yeah, that's been my goal the last couple of years, is to pass on as much information as possible.
Well, I hate to tell you this, I got you on speed dial. You're still going to be getting the regular phone calls, and even when you're out traveling, we're going to pull you back into the shop and help us out on a regular basis. So appreciate your time today, Mike. And I tell you, I know personally, from putting a roof over my head, putting my kids through college, I owe a lot of that to you and your brother, and of course to Legend Brands. But you guys really built the foundation. But I think I speak for a lot of cleaners out there too. What do we say, 15,000 plus machines that you've shipped out the door? That's a lot of people that have been able to make a living with your equipment. So thank you very much, Mike. Thanks for taking the time today. Look forward to seeing you soon.
Thank you.
Back to you, Dorrel.
Thanks, gentlemen, and a special thanks to Mike Roden for his dedication to this industry. Mike is truly one of the industry's most influential leaders, and we are fortunate to have him. Now we'll follow up on Dennis's and Mike's conversation about heat exchange technology with a more detailed look at why all heat exchangers are not equal. Take it away, Ron.
Hey, thanks, Dorrel. And you are correct. Not all heat exchangers are created equally. So, heat exchanger on my left is more of a condenser style heat exchanger, commonly used in the air conditioning industry, something you might even find in your automobile. It is an effective way to heat water. It is a heat exchanger that we currently use on our price point machine, our Rage, sort of an entry level, but it does get the job done. A couple of challenges is it tends to plug up a little bit more easily and requires service more often. But what we've done at Legend Brands is we have created a coil style heat exchanger with copper fin tubing. So what we're doing here is we've got, for example, this is a 60-foot length of stainless steel coil. For every 1 inch, there's 10 of these copper washers, and it acts as a heat sink. So as this is setting inside of our patented thermal well, we're taking all of that energy that the engine is creating and all of the energy or exhaust from the blower, we're processing it right through the heat exchanger. It funnels through the heat exchanger, and it is glowing red hot in here. And what's happening is as the water enters and it goes through that 60-foot of coil, by time it comes out on the other end and feeds your tool, we have hotter, more consistent temperature for longer periods of time than what you would receive out of a typical condenser style heat exchanger. You're less likely to end up with this plugging because we have a full flow through design. So that particulate moves right through and then discharges right out the exhaust. You're also going to see this black coating. This is called Cerakote coating. And this is used on all of our premium truck mounts. And what it's designed to do is to really focus that energy from the heat that we're collecting, process it right through the heat exchanger as designed. It also does one more thing. It also helps with radiant heat inside the van. It's not allowing that radiant heat to heat up your van and make it hotter inside. So that's really a quick overview of heat exchangers in our patented thermal well design. Appreciate your time. Back to you, Dorrel.
Thanks, Ron. Important stuff to consider when you're making a major purchase. As we look toward future projects and new technology, one thing will always remain the same at Legend Brands. The dri-eaz brand reputation will always be top of mind. We build the strongest performing, most durable, best humidity control and restorative drying products your money can buy. Dri-eaz air movers and dehumidifiers are used by more contractors than any other brand, and we're committed to maintaining and growing that brand loyalty. In keeping with our legacy of building the tools that contractors choose first, we are constantly looking at ways that we can improve our products. Air movers have been a building block for dri-eaz. They are part of our DNA and something we take very seriously. So when we looked at improving the two top-selling air movers in the history of cleaning and restoration, we wanted to build products that would ensure that we would continue to build on that legacy. Another Legend Brands account manager and customer favorite is Mike Red. Mike has been helping cleaning and restoration contractors for over 13 years and will now share some details about our latest air mover.
Dorrel, thank you. Hi, I'm Mike Red, here to talk about the new Sahara Pro X4 centrifugal air mover. Dri-eaz has manufactured the most popular, most reliable air movers for more than 40 years. That history continues with the Pro X4 as we begin a new era for the Sahara product line of air movers. Affectionately known by many as a snail fan because of its shape, its compact, lightweight, rugged design, coupled with powerful airflow and low amp draw, make it one of the best air movers for everyday drying and water damage repair. While the Sahara design has long been a favorite among restoration drying specialists, the Pro X4's unique features make it appealing with facilities, maintenance, and general contractor application. These are helpful tools when managing moisture issues in apartments, offices, hospitals, and schools. The simple-to-use Pro X4 is an energy-efficient 3-speed unit utilizing just 1.9 to 2.5 amps depending on the chosen speed. Choose lower speeds for quieter operation. This is a unit occupants won't be tempted to unplug or switch off because of noise. With its high-velocity airflow and 4 drying positions, you can dry any surface fast. Set the blower flat for focused floor drying. To dry under carpets and pads, use the integrated carpet clamp. You can easily dry walls and ceilings. Use the convenient kickstand for added versatility to even dry stairs. Small details like this matter. Need to cover a large area? daisy chain up to 6 on low speed with the unit's GFCI outlet on a 15 amp circuit. The Pro X4 is easy to carry and stacks 3 high for convenient transportation and storage. Molded and assembled in our US plants, you can be assured it's highly durable and reliable. For example, the plastic body carries a lifetime warranty on defects in materials and workmanship. The professional choice, whatever your dry-out situation, and whether you are a contractor, carpet cleaner, or manage a facility, the Sahara Pro X4 is exciting and what you need for drying. I can't wait for you to get your hands on these and try them out. Thank you so much. And Ron, what's next?
Thanks, Mike. As much as the traditional carpet dryer and air mover is a popular choice for all types of applications, when you're looking for the highest performing, most universal, high-velocity air mover, the Velo and Velo Pro have proven themselves as the undisputed kings of the air mover world. Let's go back to Ron for a look at why the Velo is the most popular air mover for both contractors and facility managers.
Hey, thanks, Dorrel. Really excited to talk about our Velo Pro today. One of the first things you're going to notice is this patented snout design. Because this snout was designed by an aeronautical engineer, a lot of thought went into this. As you know, when a blade turns in a certain pattern, air generally comes out and wants to go to one side. With the Velo Pro, because of the snout, air is more evenly distributed down to the surface and considered a high velocity air mover, because at the end of the day, that's what dries. One of the other cool features of this is the cord wrap right on the back secures tightly around the back of the housing. You'll notice 4 slots designed for the rubber feet to stack flawlessly in here. You can stack these as high as you'd like, walk them back and forth, and this is not going to tip over. They just simply pop in like so and stay in place really nice. I'm gonna go ahead and plug this in because one of my favorite features is the ability to control the amp draw. So we can turn this machine from 1.2 amps to 1.9 amps. And think about it, if you're in an area to where you're allowed to put 10 air movers on a job, but you're limited with power, we have the ability to plug in 10 air movers on one 15 amp circuit. So turn on the switch. You'll see the amp meter illuminate here, and then I can simply decrease or increase the amount of amps, which is obviously going to turn the blade faster. When I first turn on the machine, it will actually give me an hour counter. So when I first click this on, it will tell me that there's 3 hours on this machine, or however many hours you've been using the machine. And one of the benefits to that is if you have a large fleet of air movers, oftentimes guys go and they grab the same air movers all the time. So what I like about this is when your technicians check them back into the warehouse, they can clean them back up, they can check how many hours are on it, and they can start rotating your stock so you have equal use across all of your air movers. Among other features, the Velo Pro has 5 different drying positions. As you can see, one of them with the kickstand. We can set it straight up and down if we're blowing up a wall surface or trying to reach a ceiling. I can lay it on either side, going down a hallway, or again up against the wall surface. And one of the things you'll find unique on the very bottom itself is it's vented down here, so we're also drying underneath the air mover. There are some other products out there that when the air mover's laying down in a flat pattern, the area around the air mover itself is not getting dry, so you have to move it. Well, we've gone ahead and fixed that at dri-eaz, making sure that you're drying down through the carpet underneath the air mover as well. And don't forget, the Velo Pro is backed with a lifetime structural defect warranty. If anything goes wrong with this housing, we'll replace it for you at no charge. So not only is it designed by an aeronautical engineer, the performance benefit of the amp draw and hour meter, we've got the GFCI built right into the machine. Most demanded low profile air mover in the market today. Back to you, Dorrel.
Thanks, Ron. Just like our air movers, the difference in today's dehumidifiers can easily be defined by the design and components. Legend Brands leads in engineering design and uses only the highest quality components. As a testament to the dri-eaz reputation, it's safe to say that dri-eaz dehumidifiers are the most imitated but least replicated dehumidifier line available. Back for one more visit is Ron to share with you some of what separates the dri-eaz LGR 6000 from all other units.
Hey, thank you, Dorrel. I'm here to talk to you about our LGR 6000 today. And what really sets it apart from any of the competition out there in a unit that is measured equally as AHAM would be concerned, which would be 100 pints a day water removal. So one of the things I find when I go out and I talk to contractors is wanting to have some sort of accessibility to servicing the machine. Because let's face it, if the machine's on a job earning you money, it's costing you money. So we've made this machine very simple to access the condensate pump, access the evaporator coils from a cleaning standpoint. So I've gone ahead and I've removed 4 screws, because I want to just touch on that for a second. I'll remove our cord management system up here. And when you remove this front cover, you're going to find the condensate pump is located right at the bottom, which is easy to access. Now, we all understand the environment we're using these in. We're sucking up drywall dust. We're picking up all sorts of particulate. As the particulate makes its way through the coil, it finds its way down into the condensate housing. Well, we can simply access this, remove the condensate pump, clean it, and put it back together. And I'm going to refer you to our Legend Brands YouTube channel. We have some great demonstrations of some of our service techs performing that service. So when you get a chance, take a few minutes and look at that. Now, one of the things that you probably noticed when I took the cover off is the color of the coil. And for those of you watching this, you're probably wondering, why is that blue? Well, this is a special coating that we put on this evaporator coil, and we refer to it as a hydrophilic coating. That hydrophilic coating is a water-loving surface. And because it's water-loving, it actually aids in the separation of the air and the moisture, thus giving you a better result. But what I'm gonna do is go ahead and turn this around, and I wanna focus on something that's really important on this dehumidifier. And that being our command hub. Now, the command hub is Wi-Fi and Bluetooth enabled, and the benefit to you is it gives you the ability to connect to a variety of job platform systems out there. You will also have the ability to connect to our Command Center Pro and dashboard. This is just a one step further in the industry, giving you the ability to gather remote data. Readings, your techs will have the ability to make notes. It'll all be logged into our dashboard, and it's all done right in the palm of your hand through the app. The other thing I want to focus on is dri-eaz really takes into account the overall drying process of an environment. We're not so concerned about the number of AHAM. Like I said, this machine is rated at AHAM at 100 pints a day. We know that's 80 degrees and 60% relative humidity. But as a professional contractor, you realize not every condition is like that. Oftentimes, you go in and the condition is probably lower temperature and maybe even lower humidity. So with this particular board, we're gathering data, okay? So we're processing information as the air and the humidity come into the machine, and then as it discharges on the outside of the machine. And when we take that information, we're not only getting you a grain depression reading that's displayed on the board, but we're telling the machine how to act in that environment. And what you'll find oftentimes is when you come back to the job 24 hours later or 48 hours later, the dehumidifier may be operating at a lower speed. And this is automatically calculated based on the information the dehu is picking up in the environment, thus allowing you to process air slower across the coil. And when the air processes slower across the coil, we can remove more moisture out of it, especially in those conditions where it is maybe cooler and there's less humidity in the environment. Okay, so it's really important to understand we are more concerned about the overall drying process than we are the condition of AHAM. And there's a lot of knockoff dehumidifiers out there that, you know, quote an AHAM condition, but when they run outside of that, they simply don't function. The other thing that you'll see is a nice duct ring down here. So I can disconnect this, I can connect lay flat to it, and I can redirect the air as needed. All of our dehumidifiers do come with a lifetime warranty on the housing. They're rotomolded right in Burlington, Washington. And then we also give a 6-year warranty on our compressors and coil. So this entire sealed system has a 6-year warranty. It's longer than any other manufacturer in the industry. And then we do a 1-year warranty on everything else. I'd like to demonstrate the command hub for you. So at this point, the board is live. Go ahead and connect the menu button. From the menu button, you're gonna find so many different features that are available. There's a service reminder feature. We have information regarding the job. Each job can be reset. So once the dehu's been placed in a job and ran for a period of time, you can actually reset the hours for the next job. And we know as contractors, that's important because homeowners, businesses that may have, people in them, they want to unplug that equipment. So we'll be able to tell if the dehu has been unplugged or not. It's also going to chart and give us information via a graph. We can establish our Wi-Fi signal, pick up all of our inlet-outlet temperature relative humidity information. If there happens to be an error, there's an error button up here that will tell you exactly what that code pertains to. It could be as simple as a condensate pump hose that's kinked. But a lot of that information is right here on this board. Now, here's the beauty of it. We will be providing updates as this technology continues to evolve. So as new things come up, on your app, it will actually tell you that a firmware update's available. It takes roughly 2 minutes. You'll connect to the command hub via Bluetooth. You'll download that firmware update, and it's 100% free to you. There is no additional cost. And this will be working with our Command Center Pro app and dashboard. And again, that's a free service. You can use that on every job. You can set up a variety of jobs. It costs you nothing, and it all links right to the command hub. So again, the dri-eaz LGR 6000, unlimited features as it pertains to the command hub itself. And I probably failed to mention it, but it is the quietest dehumidifier in the market today. It sounds like your refrigerator running at home. So if you don't own one, I'd recommend you buy one, go to your local distributor, have them plug it in for you so you can view this, firsthand. So as you can see, the LGR 6000, between the command hub feature, the performance benefit of it, the simplicity of servicing and maintaining the piece of equipment, and how quiet this machine runs, it's becoming the contractor's choice. Back to you, Dorrel.
We've spent a lot of time talking about equipment and technologies that will improve your processes and ultimately have a positive impact on the work you do. But what about chemistry? At Legend Brands, we've invested heavily in high-tech tools that allow us to analyze and create truly revolutionary formulas. The beautiful mind behind Legend Brands' most game-changing formulas is Werner Buchmann. Dennis sat down with Werner to discuss how chemical development and manufacturing is ever-changing and how our Legend Brands' future-forward approach is helping to keep us on the cutting edge.
I had the opportunity to migrate to the United States right after college in Brazil and ended up here in Phoenix, Arizona. So my first job actually was working for ProChem. The great chemist Joe Dolman. He hired me to be his sidekick. I was his assistant. I owe a lot to him. He taught me a lot of things. He definitely created a lot of this industry. And so it was great to learn from the best, absolutely.
So early days at ProChem, working in the lab as a chemist. A little side story there about you scrubbing rug for a period of time.
Oh yeah, I had a crazy opportunity that showed up in my lap that could actually get accounts to clean carpets and also flood restoration. And it gave me the opportunity to look at how our products work, how competitors' products work, how cleaning is, what's the good and the bad and the ugly that's out there. And so I had a lot of gripes about a lot of even our products and the things that I would like to fix if I had the opportunity. Because let me tell you, it's already hard enough to push a wand all day long. And when you got to dissolve the powders are clogging your equipment, and all these things. So I had pretty good insight doing that.
You have a really different and unique approach to how you look at developing a chemistry.
Yeah, I'm always looking at everything that's out there. I'm always trying to understand what these raw materials are really doing in the molecular level in the real world. It's not just cooking or formulation, throw this because this is supposed to do this, supposed to do that. What are they really doing and how they interact? And do you want them to interact or not? So I look into how we can control the performance of specific raw materials without the interaction of others. That's very difficult to do. But if you can identify the problem and work hard enough to resolve that problem, then you can probably come up with products that work really good. One example of that also, it's the ink exit. It's a very unique product. There's nothing in the market like it. They can remove ink with water. Any ink, and we develop a product that doesn't damage any surfaces. We haven't found a surface or a plastic or even waxed floors where the ink can damage it.
So what about our mainstay, popular products, things guys use every day? Formula 90, dry slurry, all those formulas. You referenced kind of the old school chemistry formulation. What about those? Those are products that people depend on.
Okay, good point. When we developed the UltraPack Extreme and were able to add the technologies that we wanted to the product to do what was intended to do, which the product is really programmed per se to clean specific soils that are coming from the parking lots, right, in the cities, and the clay and so forth. Once we had a good response to how the product worked out in the field, we then started introducing technologies similar to that to pretty much all our products. We've improved 139 of our formulations. So, and we haven't advertised this because we don't want people to think that we're doing this to save money or because a product, we're just screwing up a good product. To the contrary, we added things to those formulations that would promote the cleaning, the dissolving, the performance of the product, but we improved upon all of those things. So they have never noticed other than, it dissolves faster, right? So hydrocoating technology, now it's in every single powder. Throughout the few years we've been gone through all of those, sometimes more than once, including the good old UltraPack S711. We improved on that formula also. People are not aware of that because it's already a great cleaning product, now it's even better. And also to work more with compliance, right? There's a lot of Prop 65 causing cancer chemicals. If they cause or not, we still have to address because there's compliance issues associated with that. We have two instruments that cost to get about $250,000. So we have pretty much a Ferrari sitting in a counter in a lab. I wish we had a Ferrari.
Yeah.
But they help us identify and determine if those chemical compounds actually exist in the raw materials that we're buying. And in many cases, we're finding that they're not. But we have to look for them, right? We have to obey the laws. We play by the rules. These instruments also allow us to develop new products that help us identify things that we're mixing together, that we're developing. For example, the new powder all-fiber rinse is an acid that you can't buy. So that's an acid that is not existent. If you want to use it, you have to buy it from us.
What does the future look like? Like plant-derived ingredients in the safer cleaning world, etc. What do you see down the pipe on that?
I think the future looks bright, looks really good, because the advancements in technologies you see in cars and phones and computers and satellites also relates to chemistry. And because of computer modeling, manufacturers can predict what molecules they're producing without having to try to produce them. So the development is significantly faster. There's a lot of surfactants that now are 100% plant-based. Before, they would get a coconut oil, which is maybe something 8 carbons, right? And then the rest all petroleum. And then they call it plant-based. Well, it's not sustainable, it's not really plant-based. There's a beginning there. And these new surfactants actually clean very well. Sometimes they don't work well by themselves, but there's some synergistic effects that you can use to make them function together with something else significantly better than they would ever will.
And that's not just cleaning and deodorization products, that's also on the disinfectant side.
Oh, absolutely, yes. Yes, there's new things that are coming out that we have been working that are really, really interesting things. So.
Well, I want to thank you for taking the time today, and it is a very important part of our business. It's important for these cleaners to know what we're doing behind the scenes to really improve the cleaning and restoration industry, providing you safe products that you can count on to use in your customers' homes. So thanks, Werner.
Yeah.
Appreciate the time, man.
Thanks so much. Thanks for having me.
Being the global leading manufacturer of cleaning and restoration products comes with a level of responsibility. A responsibility to provide technical assistance and high-quality educational opportunities. Pat Muller, like many of the Legend Brands team, has dedicated his career to helping cleaning and restoration contractors through all of their education. If there was one good thing that came out of COVID, it would be that the pandemic required us to adapt our educational platforms. Let's send it to Pat for an update.
Hey, thank you, Dorrel. You know, I've been really impressed over the past couple of years to watch business owners and entrepreneurs like yourself be able to adapt to this new environment. We've done the same thing. The great majority of our instructors have actually created studios inside their homes to do virtual classes. Now, for the past couple of years, we've only offered virtual training. But I'm really excited to tell you that we've just opened our brand new Nashville facility, and live classes are ready to come back. And I'm so looking forward to getting back out there with you and teaching these in a live format. Now, that doesn't mean virtual training is going away. We will still offer virtual training, but I can't wait to get back in front of you and feel that energy again. And if you want to take a look at our schedule, go to legendbrands.com and look at the education tab. Register for the class. Now, we are still going to be doing those virtual classes, but we're super excited to get back out in front of you, teaching in a live format. We'll see you there.
I know, it's me again, dropping in to remind you that Legend Brands is also on Instagram and Facebook. On there, we post exclusive content such as sweepstakes, promotions, educational blog posts, and much more. So give us a like or a follow, and we'll see you there.
Hey everybody, Pat Muller with Legend Brands. You know, in watching this industry and working in this industry for over 40 years, I really enjoy working for a company like Legend Brands that is continually bringing you new technology, new products, new equipment that make your job much easier. And I think the best part about that is after a couple of months, you see all the other companies out there trying to duplicate that new technology that you just brought to the forefront. And that kind of makes me feel good all over. Now, if you had to have just four products on your truck, these would be the four products that you'd be looking for. These are the ones that are going to make your job that much easier. All right, so first up, we're going to talk a little bit about those traffic lane cleaners, your pre-sprays, if you will. You know, for over 35 years, UltraPack Traffic Clean has been our gold standard for your carpet pre-sprays. Gentle enough to use on your stain-resist nylon, but aggressive enough to use up there in those greasy restaurant situations. Hopefully you don't have to clean a lot of those. But if you take a look at products like Traffic Clean, you've probably tried something else out there on the market that was a new product that somebody else had brought out, but I'd be willing to bet you $1 to a donut you went back to Traffic Clean because it's that good. Next up, we want to talk a little bit about your acid rinses. Some confusion in this industry about rinses. We have alkaline rinses, we have acid rinses, and then we've got the cleaners that just want to use water after they do their pre-spray. But I'm going to tell you right now, if you're looking for brighter colors and a softer feel, and an acid rinse that doesn't make your nose burn when you're out there cleaning, then you need to try the All Fiber Rinse Powder. Its unique fragrance has kind of a clean, linen, fresh odor to it. We're getting a lot of comments from cleaners about how they love the odor of this. Not only that, their customers love it. So if you take a look at it, one of the best features about the All Fiber Rinse Powder is it is freer rinsing than just water. Water, even by itself, is going to leave a residue on your carpet. So if you're looking for a fresh odor, if you're looking for bright colors and a very soft feel to your carpet, then finish your carpets using All Fiber Rinse Powder. You won't beat the technology. Next up, we want to talk about UltraPack Extreme, what I like to call nuclear technology. Now, if you've tried the enzymes in the past and you've tried boosting some of your chemicals with this and some of your chemicals with that, I'm going to tell you right now, UltraPack Extreme is going to be a standalone go-to product. As a matter of fact, it's one of those products that I'm going to ask you not to boost with anything because you're actually going to take away some of the cleaning power that this product has. With a high pH of 11.5 and nanotechnology. Nanotechnology, if I was to break it down for you a little bit, think of it as oil-seeking missiles, if you will, that are so small, they go down and they break those particles into such small particles they become water-soluble. Now, this product is going to be for your really nasty restaurants. This is going to be for your commercial, your olefin carpets that are laden with oils, especially those oxidized oils. The nanotechnology and the high pH of UltraPack Extreme, hands down, is going to take away any other pre-sprays that you use for your really, really bad carpets. Next up, I want to talk about a product that has revolutionized the industry when it comes to controlling urine odors. Undoes It Unleashed. Did you know 68% of the homes in America have some sort of pet residing within those walls? And for us as cleaners, that's just guaranteed income. So in the past, when it came to dealing with urine odors, we had numerous different processes that have been tried, everything from the enzymes to the multiple product applications. With a dozen unleashed, we've been able to refine this down to one product, one application, and 1 hour's worth of dwell time. Now, everybody kind of gets upset about that 1 hour dwell time, but you got to stop and think about it. If you go out and treat all of your urine spots before you even set up your truck or take your equipment in there, by the time you're done doing your pre-spray, you're ready to continue on with your cleaning. The reason it takes an hour's worth of dwell time is we need to let the product actually do its work. We've talked in the past about wicking problems with the old technology of using enzymes and multiple products and deodorizers, and we always get that wick back problem. But what we want to do is remove all the organic material, all the nitrogen-rich material that the bacteria are feeding on, which in turn causes that urine odor. If we eliminate the food source, then the bacteria can no longer create that ammonia gas we call urine odor. That's what takes the hour's worth of dwell time. Don't rush it. Let it do its work. Like I said before, pre-treat your spots before you do your cleaning. Go in, do your cleaning, go back, solve the problems with the urine, collect the money. So if you needed to have just 4 products on your vehicle that will solve 99% of your problems, these are my 4 top picks. Back to you, Dorrel.
As you can see, at Legend Brands, we are committed to creating great products that make an impact on our customers' success. Today, you've only seen a small peek into what we are doing here and what is coming down the pipe. Our commitment to continually providing excellence and innovation to the market is our top priority. We are fortunate here at Legend Brands to have a highly motivated group of people that consistently strive every day to push each other to simply improve what we do. I want to personally thank the Legend Brands team for all of their very hard work that they do every day. For all the people you've met today, as well as those behind the scenes that continually strive to exceed your expectations. Please reach out to us with any questions or comments you might have. We always look forward to hearing from you. Thank you all again for sharing your valuable time with us today.